Great seeing my next guest back in action here. He's going to be fighting on October 31st, Halloween night. He's taking on Bobby Green. It is Thiago Moises back here on the program. Thiago, how's it going, man?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing well. I mentioned it's great to see you back because you were supposed to fight earlier this year against Jalen Turner.
Yeah.
I know you tested positive for COVID. Take me back to that time. When did you find out you had the positive test, and when were you removed from the card? I was trying to look at the timeline of that.
Man, that was crazy because they told me I was positive, the day of my fight. So I was supposed to fight Saturday night.
Yeah.
And then I just wake up and then I got the news, was like, I was pretty sad because it was fight day, was the morning of the fight. And I did the weight cut, I did the whole training camp, I was ready to fight. But I'm happy I got another fight quick.
Yes, and you're fighting a pretty well-known opponent in Bobby Green as well, so things have worked out quite well. Did you end up getting paid for that? Because I know if you weigh in, you usually get paid, but obviously, with COVID, it removed you from the card. So what happened there?
No, I didn't get paid. I didn't get paid because they booked me a fight really, really quick.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, that definitely makes sense. So did you have any symptoms? Like, were you sick or were you asymptomatic?
Yeah, I had a couple symptoms, but for me it was like a regular cold.
Okay, yeah, nothing serious, which is which is good. So did you have to do like the quarantine for 2 weeks, or what happened after that?
Yeah, I did the quarantine for 2 weeks in Vegas. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so yeah, obviously a bummer, but I'm so glad to see that this got rebooked. So I imagine after the 2 weeks, you ended up going back to training in Florida, and then obviously got ready for this fight, right?
Yeah, like after 2 weeks in quarantine, I came back to Florida and I rested a little bit at home and started training right away, and I feel I'm ready for this fight.
How boring was quarantine? Because I know you're a guy that's used to being out there and training. What did you do for the 2 weeks?
It wasn't that bad because my coaches and one of my training partners, he got COVID as well, so we stayed the same hotel, and so at least you could see each other,
Yeah, you weren't by yourself, right? Okay, well that's good. That's not bad. Yeah, let's talk about Bobby Green. Obviously, a very accomplished resume. He's got a ton of fights. From a style perspective, how do you look at this matchup?
I see him as a complete fighter. His background is wrestling, but he used most his boxing skills. I see he has some grappling techniques, but I think my advantage also is on the ground. But I'm gonna strike in this fight also. I'm gonna do everything like MMA fight.
Yeah.
Strike, taking him down. Work my jiu-jitsu. I'm gonna do everything.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup because, like I said, your stand-ups improved a lot. You're obviously great on the ground. We saw that in the last fight against Michael Johnson. Green's a pretty tough guy to finish. Is that something you've considered as well? Maybe not overexerting yourself, going for the finish, just because he's a tough guy to put away?
I'm just going to let it flow. I'm just, I just go there, I'm going to do my best and let it fight the fight, so. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna get the finish because I have I can submit him from everywhere. I can knock him out, and I'm not regular. I have some different submissions. I can get him into it.
And I'm sure ones we haven't seen yet either, because your ground games, it's one of the best in the division, if not in MMA. So it'll be cool to see how that translates into the fight on Halloween night. Do you work with anyone specific for Bobby, or do you mainly just have your regular training partners for this fight?
Yeah, for this fight, I have been working mostly my sparring with Leandro Silva, former UFC fighter. Mm-hmm. He has similar style than Bobby Green. He can fight both stances, and he likes to box with his hands low. So, and he has much better grappling than Bobby Green.
Very cool. Okay, so that's been a good mix. Who else have you had a chance to work with for this camp?
Mostly him.
Okay, gotcha. That's good. Yeah, because the groups are smaller. You were telling me that last time, because I know American Top Team's like a pretty big gym, but I guess with COVID, they want to keep the groups smaller, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's good. How about the weight cut? I got to know about that because obviously you're supposed to fight. You cut all that weight and then you had to quarantine and you're probably not eating the healthiest. Like, was that a tough adjustment to get the weight back down?
Actually, after the fight, I didn't eat that much, because I lost my taste.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So I wasn't eating that much, because I couldn't, I wasn't enjoying the food because I couldn't taste it.
Right. What was that like? That must be so weird. Like you could, it wouldn't taste bad to you, right? Because it's just like there is no taste whatsoever. Do you almost feel like a robot eating because you didn't have any taste?
I just eat because I need the energy, but it was hard because I died for a month, to cut the weight, and I was so excited after the fight. So now I can eat, but I was sad because I couldn't taste, so.
I know too, because once you go through a camp, you usually like to have that, cheat meal after the fight or have good food, but you didn't even get to do that because you didn't get to fight, right?
Yeah, I was already visualizing, all the things that I was going to eat after my fight, I'm going to eat this, I'm going to eat that. And then I got COVID, I couldn't taste anything. So that was the most frustrating part for me.
No, I don't blame you on that one. So the weight's good. Like, how heavy do you usually get outside of camp? Do you get up to the 70s? What's the heaviest you get?
Usually I walk around 182.
Okay, gotcha. That's pretty typical for most lightweights, I would assume, right? Or do you feel like you're a little bit bigger?
Yeah, I think I'm how to say regular lightweight, I think.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's exactly what I meant. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Pahumpa, Macarrão, and Cartel Clubs.
Excellent. And how's the fight playing out? You feel like you're going to get the finish. When do you see that happening in the fight?
I just want to go there. It's not that I will try to take him down all the time, but I'm gonna strike with him. I'm gonna grapple him. I think it's gonna be fight of the night.
This fight's on Halloween. I assume you've never fought on Halloween before because it's very rare.
Yeah, no, never.
What did you ever? I imagine you used to dress up when you were a kid for Halloween.
Not really, because in Brazil we don't have a lot. We usually don't do this. It's not a thing in Brazil now.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. That's very curious. Because I was going to say, I wonder if the UFC would let you dress up during fight week because it's going to be on Halloween night. But it doesn't seem like you're really into that. That makes sense. So
yeah, I'm not really into it.
No worries. And then in terms of downtime, this is something we always talk about. Still watching your cooking shows? What else are you watching right now?
Yeah, cooking shows. That's the most that I watch, cooking shows. Right.
Okay. And because your last fight was canceled, are you going to try and fight one more time this year, or do you think it's more likely you'll fight in 2021?
I think it's more likely 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I want to stay more active. I wanna fight more often, especially because I'm young and I'm always training. That's one thing that I want to do more. But after this fight, I'm planning going to Brazil and spend Christmas and the New Year with my family.
Oh, awesome. That was what I was going to ask you, is if you were going to go back to Brazil. So that makes sense. Is there any, or is the traveling very restrictive, to go to Brazil, or is it pretty straightforward from what you can tell? Because we know with COVID, the travel laws are a little bit tighter.
Yeah, I think it's pretty restrictive, I'm a resident here in the U.S., so that's why I'm going now, because I can come back wherever I want.
You won't get stuck there, right? Yeah.
No, I won't get stuck there. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Exactly.
Thiago, I'm looking forward to this fight, man. It's going to be great. October 31st, UFC Fight Night. Anyone you want to thank? Any sponsors? Any social media? I'll give you the last word.
I want to thank you, On It, my supplement sponsor, and American Top Team for all the support. And see you guys October 31st.